go here for a little while and go with the music. Let the music sneak into your bones. And just breathe these A minor chords. And just become aware of what's actually happening right now. You know, every breath is a miracle. Every breath is healing. And every breath is freedom. And the only thing that gets in the way of this miracle, this freedom, is you. So get out of the way and just breathe for a while. All day long, these thoughts, around and around. But just for now, just for this moment, in this particular place, in this space, let it all go on. Could it be that we're a storm coming and you were a great big tree and you could see that storm coming at you and you could just sink down into your roots to be safe? So when that storm come, like these thoughts come, you could just be strong and sink into your roots. And you would be able to bend when the suffering came. And you would be able to yield when the suffering came, because you were strong and centered. And maybe you could just come away from your head for a little and come away from your brain and drop yourself down into your belly, all the way down into your belly, and soften that belly. Soften that belly. And in that sweetness, in that soft spot that lives inside of you, you feel joy start to germinate and rise. Little flowers of joy popping up. And all of those things that perturbed you this morning, or worried you, or hurried you, no longer matter. They just don't matter anymore. Because when you're here, dear ones, in this moment, strong and grounded, you have something to offer the world. Like a child, full, wide open. Yes to everything. Yes to the pain. Yes to the suffering. Yes to the silly you. Yes to the angry you. Yes to the confused you. Yes, 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 yes. As the Master Teacher Jesus said, dear ones, love the Lord God with all your heart, and all your mind, and all your soul. And be relaxed. And be peaceful and gentle on you. This little corner of the world relies on you. If you're not kind to you, How can you be kind to me? That kindness just grows and comes up your backbone and tends to arrive at your face and gives you the message that it's okay to use that smile and to smile into life. Yes, life is serious, but not more serious than it needs to be. I am so blessed, and I am so grateful for all that I am. I am so blessed, I am so blessed, and I am so grateful, I am so blessed. You can sing that with me if you feel like it. I am so blessed, I am so blessed, I am so grateful for all that I am. I am so blessed, I am so blessed, I am so grateful, I am so blessed. Morning. Sleepyheads. I've forgotten your name. Cypress. We have a very special guest today, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen. This is Cypress. She's fresh from the maker. Stand up, Cypress, and wave to everybody. How lucky we are to have a child in our midst. Should we all be so lucky to be children? So what am I supposed to do now?
You can give the message if you like.
Would you like a song or a message? I can start with a song and then roll into the message.
There you go.
Good morning, you're late. No, I didn't play any of Now, I want to honour my dear brother Marshall, who stood here before me. I have been inspired by men in this tradition for a long time. Many of them have been Christians, and Marshall was a good man and a good Christian, and I really deeply love him and miss him not being here. So, brother, I walk in your footsteps today. I feel him here still. It's just good laughing.
Yes.
So this is for my brother Marshall, who asked me the question when I was here last time, what sort of safety have you provided for others as they've passed through your emotional life? And I walked out going, oh my God, back to the drawing board. In this world, as we live and we learn about each other, you will find you and I are really not so far apart. With a little give and take, we can make a change someday. When one gives to another, you know the world's a better place. Open your heart and let your love go free. Out over the ocean, right across the street. Let it flow like a river, let it fly like a dove, until your heart remembers that you can't stop love. that will surely make a difference. But if one child goes unloved, then we haven't done enough. That's what love is for. Give it all your heart and soul. Once you start to do it, you know that there ain't nothing to it. Open your heart, let your love go free, out over the ocean, right across the street. Let it flow like a river, let it fly like an eagle, until your heart remembers you can't stop love. Once you get it started, watch what it does. It'll go full circle. You can't stop love. There ain't no problem it can't handle. Ain't no word that it can't heal. Let it guide you like an arrow, forever, forever. Try these words with me. Sing along with me. I'll just tell you how it goes. Open your heart. Open your heart. Let your love go free. Let your love go free. Out over the ocean. Out over the ocean. Right across the street. Right across the street. Let it flow like a river. Let it flow like a river. Let it fly like a dove. Let it fly like a dove. Till your heart remembers. Till your heart remembers. You can't stop love. Once you get it started. Once you get it started. Watch what it does. It'll go full circle. You can't stop love. You can't stop love. You can't stop love. Now you guys, I was told that this is supposed to be quiet. This is supposed to be quiet. We've got Shemansky, the noisiest person in Madison's here. Good morning, dear ones. Good morning. I'm just going to have a little look around and see if I can look into some eyes. Come here, girl. Come here. How are you, honey? Doing good? So why don't you tell Uncle Wash and all these people how old you are and what your name is and what you love?
My name is Cypress and
How old are you?
6. Yeah.
And did you play the drum this week?
Mm-hmm.
Tell them what you played.
Twinkle, twinkle.
And who were you playing to? Who was around you? Remember? Can you explain?
People in a drum circle.
People in a drum circle. A whole bunch of great, powerful women singing, and Cypress walked into the middle and sang Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star. Aww. And everybody cried. There it is. No, we can go home now. Uh-oh. 2 things you need to check. You need to check your flyers up and your phone is off. Oh dear, dear me. I am incorrigible, ladies and gentlemen. No, I know it. So my name is WASHUNTARA. That is a big name for a pretty small guy. And the name is very simple. It's a Buddhist name, and that is my practice. My practice is mindfulness. And every time I've come to Unity of Madison, Marshall has taught mindfulness. And I think the teacher Jesus would have been happy with him doing that. My name means fierce patience, and that's what I strive for daily, to be fiercely patient. And some days I fall and wobble, Some days I fall and more. Some days I fall and more. As I did, I'm standing up here trying to maybe even say to you people that I know something, and there I was last night at 3 o'clock this morning worried. Like, give me a break. What use am I worrying? When does happiness exist? It exists here and now. Drop those worries, so that's the idea of today's talk. I play them as I see them. And today's talk is about kindness. And I'm sure if you're sitting in Unity of Madison, you've probably all done an immense amount of spiritual work, and you're enlightened and have accepted all parts of yourself completely. Yeah? There's nothing you've left out. There's no part of you at all you've left out. Completely integrated. Left-handed and dyslexic. Just get a letter from me, it'll make you laugh. Because for a start, I go, dear. I have to write in a letter, dear somebody, because I like to write by hand, and left-handed in particular, because this is my mother's hand. It's a sign of gratitude that I got her hand. Yeah. And I spell it, for some reason, my mind spells it D-E-R-A. And I've tried for years to get those letters in a row, but they won't do it. So everybody that gets a letter from me goes, Dara. I don't know what this has to do with anything. Where's my bell? I must have left my bell outside. That's okay, we're not going to use the bell today. But if we did, I would be using this bell and I would ring it. And that bell is a part of my practice, which is the mindfulness practice in the monastery that I spend most of my time when I'm not out here wandering around the planet. We ring those bells every 15 minutes. And come back. Bless you, dear brother. That was a great sneeze. Be careful stifling that, you'll hurt something. Ah, there it is. Did you hear it? Back into the moment. Back into the moment. You have something to offer the world now. You have something to offer yourself now. That's a powerful moment. Yes. Yes. It was interesting when I was playing the music over here. I have no idea what I'm going to do. I just sit down and let the dyslexic me roll. Sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. But I used the words of the Master Teacher, which is appropriate because Unity's belief system and the way it teaches is that Jesus was the great example, not the great exception. To me, feel like a brother. If you don't like me for that, that's okay. But to me, the relationship that I have with the Master Teacher is brotherhood. Good morning. How are you? I'd like to apologise, by the way. I hope you didn't get offended by me saying you're late. Oh, God, I'm so hopeless. I am a rascal, and an Australian rascal at that. Anyhow, the Master Teacher said this, and I love this. And I'm sure the Buddha who would be here, who is me, speaking through me, because the Buddha just means, in Sanskrit or Pali, it means one alight, one alive, one here. So I know that there is one person in this audience who's absolutely here. She's about this tall. You, the Master Teacher today, I'm glad she is. And I know that you're biblical scholars and you all know what Jesus taught about children. But he shifted me, and Thich Nhat Hanh, who's my teacher, has a great belief system in Jesus and the Buddha as brothers. Their teachings are very similar. Love the Lord God with all your heart. That means something. And that's why I'm a Buddhist who believes in God, which is pretty crazy. Even your boyfriend said that's crazy. With all your mind and with all your soul. And here's the last bit. This is the bit that really brought it down to me, and this is why I really think that these teachings have stuck around for the last 2,500 years. Love your neighbour. What's the last bit? Think about that. What chance do we have? I'll speak for myself. That's all I can affect. What chance do I have of loving you if I can't find that in myself? If I can't find that fire in me, how can I give it back to you? I can give you a lot less. I can call it by its true name. But let's not call it love. It's not. You know, I have this little thing of, if I treated my friends like I treat myself, I wouldn't have any. And this is after 30 years worth of this work. But it's subtle now, you know, it's very subtle. I rang it up. You know, there's all of us, people with our little minds, our clever little minds here, but there's only one Atlas amongst us. There's just one awareness. There's just one of us. So my song said you can't stop, or I would say you can't stop love. You would say you can't stop love. How do I know that? When I've spent the last 50 odd years trying. I have tried everything I know to stop it. But somehow or other, it chases me down the road and jumps on me. It says, love, come on. It's easier to love than it is to do less. And this is where the rubber hits the road for me as a Buddhist. We are practical people. Have to understand. I can't love what I can't understand, Shemansky. It just doesn't work for me. If somebody says I love you, you're going to have to act like that. And if I say I love you, I'm going to have to act like that. Even if I'm faking it. Till I make it. And Thich Nhat Hanh, who is making it, he's the Vietnamese name for a teacher is Thai. And I don't know if any of you have ever read any Thich Nhat Hanh works. He's a very wonderful teacher, and if you haven't, I suggest you do. It's all about peace and kindness and presence. And he's in the process right now. He had a massive brain hemorrhage about 6 weeks ago. He's in the process of sitting right now. And he's in this world and he's in that world and he's smiling. And so I bring these teachings today from Thai's mouth. He said, WASHUNTARA, love has some things about it that you need to know. If you're going to use bandy this word around, especially as a singer, you might like to know what you're talking about. And his teachings are ancient. They're actually Brahman from the Hindu source. This is Brahman Kaya, which means that love has, if it's love, the first mark it'll have on it is inclusivity. I love you, but I don't love you. It's not love. If it's not inclusive, it's not love. I love you, dear brother. Thank you for the love in your eyes. If you would give me a chance, I would endeavor to show that. Next trait is, or mark, joyful. Love is joyful. Can I get a witness? Love is joyful. If you're not joyful, it's not love, it's something else. It's meant to be fun, kids. Look at this. Even when it's not. Even when you're participating joyously in the sorrows of the world, it's still a joy. Come with me sometime. Google, if you're anybody, I'm sure everybody's Google friendly, Google Circle of Men. This is my project, has been for a quarter of a century. And right now we take this joy into nursing homes across the country and soon across the world to old men that are sitting just waiting for that transition. And the sheer amount of joy in the dementia wards is awesome. It is so cool. You know, people are going, but the joy is there. So love is there. So what chance have we got to be joyful when we have these active, healthy bodies mostly? The next trait is my favorite word of all time, compassion. Somebody tell me what that means. Come on, somebody talk to me. Tell me, what does compassion mean? Somebody give me a...
Your heart.
Yeah. What else? Empathy. Yeah, as opposed to sympathy. Sympathy means it's about me. You're sick, it's about me. Empathy is about getting in tune with the other person. Now, practice that sometime. When somebody's dying, which we all will be, I'm down to a quarter of a tank, boys and girls. I'm going to enjoy this bit. Look at that man, they're laughing. It's true though. That tank is really... And, you know, I'm not as important as I thought I was, and this is not for you. This teaching is not for you. You're very important. But for us big kids, us grown-ups, sometimes it's important for you to be more important than we are. Right now, just a little footnote for you. This is an interesting, has nothing to do with what we're talking about, but since we've got this beautiful example of, you know, fresh from the maker. Fresh. You know, clean slate, boys and girls. Isn't that lovely? Hasn't learned to be nuts yet. And hopefully, with the mentoring, this girl is getting what she wants. Thank you for being good people for that girl. And parents. You know, good children don't happen by mistake. I know you know that. But there are 24 million of us. What are us? Us are Australians. These people with funny voices that talk like this. G'day. 24 million of us. If you turned over every stone in the world, you'd just find 24. Holy crikey. Minutes. Wow, just get out of time. Get going. 24 million children living in North America today in one-parent families, single-parent families. That's a lot of work to do, boys and girls. And some of them are by choice, absolutely some of them by choice. But as a man who's never had children, part of my role now as I go forward is to father and to step into that breach because we have a large dearth. We have lots of daddies that aren't there anymore. So my personal soapbox is that to be a father is a lot more difficult than we might think, as you men out there with kids would know that, and you mums as well. But and I'm so far off track. Is that okay? I'm off track. My empathy goes out to the women in the room because there's so much, you carry so much of the work, so much of the load. And thank you, sisters. Thank you so much. From my own mother as well, my own grandmother, thank you for the work you do. I think it's the most underappreciated, underpaid gig in America, being a mum, right next to being a teacher. Anyhow, this is not what I was going to talk about. Last word of the 4 marks is one of my words. I made this up myself. If you take mindfulness and you put it with kindness, you get kindfulness. So practice some kindfulness. Google kindfulness, you'll see WASHUNTARA. So, wow, that time just went away. If you enjoyed this, come back for the next seating and you'll hear what I was really going to talk about. I'm doing an encore. I think we're doing an encore at, what time? 10:30. All right. I adore Marshall's teaching, and I can't begin to tell you how much I adore his teaching.